PlayStation has announced that they are doing their second ever State of Play, and it's happening very soon. Their official blog post says, "Hi all, excited to share that State of Play will return for a new episode next Thursday, May 9th at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. It'll be a quick show, around 10 minutes, but we've got some PS4 updates we couldn't wait to share with you. PlayStation Worldwide Studios will be showing off an extended look at Medievil, as well as first look at a new title, and we'll have other updates and announcements from upcoming PS4 games. One note though, don't expect any updates relating to our next generation plans this time. Sorry. As always, we're always reading your feedback and comments, so please keep them coming. There's lots more in store for State of Play Episode 3. We'll return later in the year with more news and updates." So that's what their official blog post says, and they just kind of dropped it out of nowhere. And I wanted to not only relay this information to you guys, maybe for anybody who missed this, but I also want to take a couple minutes here to talk about our expectations going into the second ever State of Play. We know how the first State of Play went. I think there was a lot of mismanagement of expectations, and I will admit that for me, it happened. I was a little bit maybe overreaching when it comes to what I was expecting from the first ever PlayStation State of Play, and I was a little bit surprised and a little bit let down as well that it was so VR focused, simply because I don't actually own a PSVR headset. But looking back on it, I realized that it wasn't necessarily a bad show itself. I think what had happened was Sony didn't do a good enough job maybe managing expectations and just letting people know, hey, it's really not going to be a big thing. We're going to be focused on some smaller stuff that we don't get a chance to talk about too frequently. And I think some people were going into it definitely expecting more. So I think now, going into the second episode here, they let us know right off the bat it's going to be very short. It's going to be 10 minutes. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. You can pack a lot in 10 minutes depending on how they want to show off what it is they want to show off. And I think people are definitely going to be excited to get this update on Medieval. I'm not familiar with the game. I never played it, but I know that there's a lot of people who are very excited for this remake. So we know we're going to get that. And then they also let us know here that there's going to be the announcement of a new PS4 title. Now, we don't know if this is going to be an exclusive game. We can only assume it will be. It might not be, though. But I want to take a minute to speculate what this game could be and whether or not we should be expecting anything big. I'm going to be honest here, guys. I don't think we should expect anything significant from whatever this unannounced title is. I say that only because it's best we go in expecting little so that way we're not let down. But there is one thing here I can't help but speculate on a little bit, and I think I'm certainly wrong on it. I don't think this is the case, but it's worth pointing out, and that is the supposed Demon's Souls remake that we've been talking about here on my channel for a while. There has been this rumor that has persisted, and it's pretty much been confirmed through certain industry insiders or people within the gaming community who have contacts. We know Colin Moriarty went on record talking about a unannounced, a substantial, as he put it, fairly substantial, unannounced PS4 exclusive that he doesn't know why Sony hasn't announced it yet. And here we are hearing that Sony wants to announce a new PS4 title with their second ever State of Play. Maybe this could be that. Now, the big question is it actually going to be fairly substantial? Is it actually going to be a Demon's Souls remake? I don't know. I don't think any of us know. I wouldn't go in expecting that, though, honestly. I just don't see that happening. But I think there's a slight possibility. The thing here with PlayStation State of Play, surely if you go look at their official video of the 20-minute, I think it was about 20 minutes with their last episode, the like to dislike ratio on it is pretty bad. It became pretty clear that most people didn't like it. Regardless of how you personally feel about it, we do have to acknowledge that, people use the like and dislike buttons as a way to let PlayStation and others know whether or not they enjoyed that type of content. And it seems a lot of people were very, very disappointed in their first show. Surely Sony has seen that, so you have to question, are they going to try to do something a little bit bigger now in a shorter period, or maybe they're just tightening it to 10 minutes because they know that people are not going to want to sit around for 20 minutes just to feel like they've been let down. I don't know. It really is anybody's guess here. One last thing I do want to point out is at the end here, they do say they will be returning with episode 3 later this year. Now, when they say later this year, they make it sound like it's going to be a couple months from now. It might not be, though. I only say that because there was also an industry insider who recently went on record saying that we are going to get an update to The Last of Us Part 2 before or around E3 this year. So a lot of people are eagerly anticipating that. It might not be true. We do have to understand that none of this is confirmed, but these are the rumblings and the whispers that have been going on within the gaming community and people who are in the know. So we have to wonder, is this when they're going to show The Last of Us Part 2? No, it's not. I'm going to let you know right now, do not expect The Last of Us Part 2 on this episode of State of Play dropping on May 9th. It's not going to happen. However, maybe when they talk about having episode 3 later this year, it might not be as far out as we maybe are expecting. It could be maybe next month, shortly after E3, maybe a little bit before E3, or right at the same time as E3. I think that would be an ideal time for Sony to drop news about The Last of Us Part 2 if they were going to, but at the same time, they might have the opposite mentality. They might be thinking to themselves, when we do drop more information or a gameplay trailer or a release date or whatever it is that they want to talk about when it comes to this game or any other games like Death Stranding. Apparently there is a new trailer Kojima's working on, so we can expect to see that soon, hopefully. Maybe they want to do this when there's more breathing room, when there isn't anything else going on around it. Maybe they have the opposite mentality where they're just going to let Microsoft do their thing during E3, and then Sony thinks they're going to do their thing outside of E3 when people are not really focused on what Xbox is doing. Again, it's anybody's guess. I know I'm maybe getting a little all over the place with this video, but I just kind of wanted to cover all the bases here and just kind of wrap up everything we know so far. I'll end it by saying I'm looking forward to seeing this show simply because it's only going to be 10 minutes, and I feel like, hey, even if it is a major disappointment, hey, it's 10 minutes, not a big deal. Although I think most people are just going to be satisfied with seeing an update with this game, Medieval. So, yeah, that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I wanted to keep it shorter today. Let me know what you think about what we can expect with this unannounced PS4 title we're going to get with the second State of Play. And let me know when you think we're going to see this third episode that they're alluding to here. I will be interested to see what you guys have to say. Be sure to leave the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification, and feel free to share the video out. But until next time, guys, take care.